Here we do have AND function. AND function is used when we have to perform AND operator between two conditions, right? So there is no difference between AND operator and AND function. Only the difference is in AND operator we can pass multiple values, and inside AND function we have only two parameters, right? So let's see what's this AND parameter. It checks whether both arguments are true and returns true if both arguments are true. Otherwise, it returns false. So basically, this is what AND operator performs, but AND functions does it for two parameters or two arguments. And if both arguments results in true, then the result of this AND function is true, else it returns false. Syntax is inside AND function we provide two logical values, and parameters are two logical values, and these logical values are the one which we want to test whether these are true or false. It returns boolean value either true or false. That depends on whether we have both the conditions either true or false. So this is the condition that I told you. And function and DAX accepts only two arguments. If you need to perform an AND operator on multiple expressions, then either you have to create a series of calculations, otherwise it will be better to use AND operator to join them in a simple expression. Otherwise the expression will be complex if you perform on more than two parameters or arguments using AND function. So let's go to our Power BI desktop and perform this. So basically, if you can see inside this table, or I can show you on my orders table here. So here, uh, I have region, right? There are four regions. This is US data basically. So here we have four regions, right? Central, East, South, and West. Now, if I see we have sales, quantity, discount, and profit. So we can check for a region and sales, right, to perform AND operator. So here I have tax specific uh, table separately, right, that is specific to calculations, and here I have categorized these calculations in different categories, right? So if you want to do such kind of thing, then I have attached two videos in the description and you can check those, right? Now inside this logical function, as we are studying logical functions, so I am creating this measure inside a logical functions folder inside my DAX playlist table. So here I will be clicking on three dots and click on new measure. Here I'll give it the name as and function, right? I'll press shift enter to give it into a new line. Now here I'll give and. Now I have to give logical one. Now if I just try to give region, so I cannot directly get uh, regions column into my AND operator directly, as it is not giving me the suggestions for that. So here what I can do is I'll use selected value function, right? Selected value is also a function, and it returns the value that it it uh, it returns the value when we have that value in a particular specified column. For example, inside the region column, I am selecting, for example, east region. So it will filter out the data based on this region column and give me the data for east only, right? Now I need to give second logical. So here I need to give sales amount. Again, it is not giving me the sales amount, so I can use some function, and inside some function I am giving sales amount here. Right now, closure of AND function. So what it will check, it will check whether we have east is the region and we have there's any sales amount there. Now I need to check if my sales amount is greater than 2500 for this east region, right? If I commit it, this measure will be created. Now this measure will check whether I have the east region into my data, and for this east region I have the sales amount greater than 2500 or not. If it is there, then it will result true, else false. Now inside the table I'll bring this and function measure. If you will see, for each region, my sales amount is greater than 2500, so it has result me true. Otherwise, it has given me false because sales amount is anyways greater than 2500 here, but region is not matching. So if both the conditions matches, then it gives true. Now, if you can observe that sales amount is my summarized column here. If I go to here columns and give it don't summarize, then what we can observe is anyways for east, whenever we have greater than 2500 it will result for true, otherwise it will result false. If I just give the sales in descending order, right? So if you can see east, which is greater than 2500, it is returning false. And if I just scroll down, for every value other than east, it will anyways give me false results, right? If I just continue coming down, or what I can do is I'll just expand my filters here and apply filters, basic filter on east only. Now you will see on east I'm getting false values for here till here I'm getting false value, but if I again sort it, you will see true for greater than 2500. For below one I am getting false, right? So this makes the between difference between the values based on true and false, right? Now if you if I just want to filter it or change the resulting values, for example I have true and false values as of now, but for example if I want to change true to something and false to something, right? So how can I achieve that? So I can give it an if condition. So if I have this condition here, right? If I have true logic value as this one, so this is my expression inside if, right? If it is giving me true result, then print yes, otherwise print no. So this way we can just switch the values. So if you can see here now, true is now changed to yes and false is now changed to no, right? So what we have done here, so we have just checked inside if we are just checking whether this expression is true or not. If this is true, then this is the true value, else this is the false value. So we can use and function inside if also this way, right? So this is the use of and operator.